What's up guys, and welcome to Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. And the animal spread is still continuing, which means we will see Zuka in the jungle today. Game is actually quite confusing and it's super short. I don't know what happened, but see for yourself. Like, it was really strange. We were a bit surprised at the end of it, but nonetheless it is some game where you see a new Zuka, since I haven't played him in quite a while. The stats are not overwhelming, but I show you my build as well as some of the stuff that I have put in the armory. So without further ado, the only thing that I want to mention is please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really helps me to reach the 1000. That's the goal for 2020. And if you enjoyed the video, a like would be highly appreciated. Enjoy, guys! Alright, boys and girls, so this is the glass cannon build. Zuka is a highly mobile character with a lot of effects. Every single move that he has is either a dash or a jump. That makes him not as mobile as Necroth, or Pain, but really mobile in the jungle. And there is the moment of surprise that might be on your side if you use him. So the only item that you see here that has a little bit of some defense movement or defense stats are the Gilded Greaves. These are the preferred boots because you want to have the crowd control reduction. Pretty important because you don't want to be kept locked down somewhere. You want to go in, smash the thin lines like the back lines, and then you want to jump out again. That is your role. So we're picking Soul Reaver, we're picking the Rank Breaker, Omni Arms, and Fenris Tooth as our offensive kit. That's like the normal combination that you should see here. And the last item is to revive us if we died in our attempt to dive the back line. Arcana-wise, it's super simple. We want to have as much armor pierce and as much normal attack damage in addition to the stuff that we're building as possible, as well as maximum movement speed. Therefore, we got 10 times Onslaught, we've got 10 times Assassinate, and we've got 10 times Skewer. We're not building him on crit, we're not building him on something, we're building him on raw damage. Therefore, we're using Shadow Blade. As I said, he has movement abilities. Like, every single ability that he uses in the game is a movement ability. Therefore, we're taking Shadow Blade, which I usually don't really do. We're building the Deadly Claw, using Deadly Claw to increase our damage even further, and Curse of the Death. When abilities or normal attacks hit an enemy hero 3 times in a short period, you deal additional magic damages, which is quite nice because you want to go in with your 1, you want to use your 2, you want to use your 1, and you want to auto attack in between. That's the combination. We are still using the Reaper's Blessing until we find something as a substitute. Reduce cooldown and stuff wouldn't be really in our favor because the Punish item or the Punish talent is kinda... most of the time it's there if you need it. You can use it more offensively if you want to reduce the cooldown reduction, but I think the Reaper's Blessing for my playstyle, it's alright because I'm dying all the time anyways. And we're using Gunslinger to increase our damage even further. Something that could be discussable would be Vada with Acts of Sacrifice and the ability where you increase your crit damage or you increase the pierce. It's up to you guys. So let's see how this build worked. I have got some gameplay for you. We have picked our sweetest suit, the Tooth Furry, to enter the jungle. As I said, I'm playing him as a jungler. You've seen the build. And I'm going for the blue buff because I want to have the Spirit Sentinel after I ended my rotation on the other side of the jungle. As I said, you want to auto attack in between. These auto attacks are actually quite important because it just means that you're dealing more damage. And we have the attempt of a Landor to kill steal, to steal our jungle. So the beginning of the game is actually pretty strange. He flickers out. We need to be careful here because Natalia enters the fight and she has a lot of damage, especially if she catches you with every single bolt of her wand. It can be quite deadly, and I have lost a pretty decent amount of health, if not to say I am almost dead. Going with my one at first is the main damage dealer. I'm using the two as a source of cooldown, CC, that's what I wanted to say. I'm using it as CC. In terms of, I'm going with the knock-up effect. The thing is, the shield might be bigger if you upgrade that first, so that might be helpful for some players, because as I said, Zuka is actually quite nimble and he doesn't wear a super thick armor, so that's something that you need to bear in mind, as it can cost your life. You're a glass cannon, like as I said, you deal tremendous amounts of damage, but if it comes to defense, he's not the character to go for. That would be, for example, Zephys. Zephys is really good because his armor stacks or gets enlarged or higher if you lose life. So if you're looking for something more beefy, more tanky, you should go with him. Astrid can be played in the jungle quite well, so you should rather pick tank warriors than assassins if Zuka is not made for you. Like, he's not my favorite character. I like his playstyle and I like the abilities that he has, but the problem is he's just too squishy for me. Like, I'm dying all the time to stiff breezes out there in the field, and that makes me a little bit problematic for the team because I'm not that helpful if I'm dead. So we're clearing stuff here. Need to be careful because they just roamed up a lot. Trying to make my use my way here. We can see a Kha'Zix here. I don't know what his purpose was because that was actually not super great. Getting him here, and now comes, I think that's Pain. I still haven't figured out what that guy does. Like, I used him in a match before, and now he's gone, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? Putting a lot of effort in these guys, and we're actually making good use, and that's what I really hate about him. And I thought I could use my stuff, but he was immune. So it's rather his ult, or it was the Reaper's Blessing, the Death Sickle effect, because we are now between minute 3 and 6, so that could have been the case, but I've tried him once, but I forgot all his abilities. Like, basically, I know that he can kind of summon some kind of spirit, and then he's traveling towards the enemy, and then he can use that spirit and then change places with it. So it's some kind of, like, it's not really a teleport, because teleport would be, I think, instantly, but it's some kind of movement ability that he has, which makes him quite good, but I don't know what it does, like, effect-wise besides that, so should maybe give it a read, but I'm not gonna buy him at the moment because he is still too expensive for me. And you could see a really nice red buff, and I'm dead. So maybe it was a little bit greedy, but on the other side, I felt like I needed to kill her to clear up the mid lane. That was the idea behind that. Well. As I said, he's not one of my favorite characters, as his squishiness. I mean, yes, I was just eating 3 or 5 tower shots, so that's that. Hard to... Even a tanky character would have been dead here, but that's not what I mean. I mean just by like his life in general. You could use maybe the other item from the jungle tree, the Leviathan. That might be quite... It's like a butterfly approach, so that might be actually useful, but I haven't tried it yet because it would just give him some beefiness. No, not even beefiness, it would just fuel him up a little bit without costing too much. And there we go. They just wanted too much in too little time. And yeah, I don't know why Natalia still kept on fighting. That was kind of stupid. And I know what I'm talking about. I know stupid things. So I immediately take the chance to get a free Abyssal Dragon. I need to be a little bit careful because there was just Yina up there. So what you could try to do is like drag it somewhere, but I saw that Isha was coming to help and I felt quite confident that we could snack it, and we got it. I mean, it's always a little bit risky to take it, but sometimes it's riskier and sometimes it isn't. So here we go. That's the beauty of Zuka. Like if you are in danger, there's a way to get out, but then you're using a lot of life to do so. So bam, bam, bam. As I said, like he's doing good damage. Maybe I should try to crit with him. Maybe I should try to use a crit build because I'm not having much of attacks. Like I think usually if there's a tank somewhere, like not Thane for instance, because Thane just pushes you away, but if for another tank, I might be able to get 4 to 5 hits on the enemy AD carry and then he should be dead. Like maybe less. Let's say we should have like 2 or 3 abilities. So it would make sense. It would actually make sense to get him on a crit. Wow, that was technically so wrong what I was doing there. Thing is, depends if his abilities are scaling with AD. I haven't looked it up before the game, so I don't really know about that. But if that would be the case, then that would be actually quite helpful. I don't know what was going on here. It looked like he was already AFKing in his brain, and I can't kill them. I don't know what I did there. It looked like I was AFKing in my brain, but Yina is just so annoying. It's just one of the most annoying characters out there in the game. But I can't play her. Like I can't play her annoying. I don't know how, I don't know what she does, how she does it. Like I'm really bad with her because she needs a lot of attention and practice and gameplay. But I would love to be a good Yuna player. I think she's one of the coolest characters in the game, with her twisted mechanic to be rather super fast or rather super deadly. My dog is not happy. Had to stay in his box today for about 20 minutes while I was cleaning the floors. So now he wants some action, but the weather is shit as well. Weekend, and we've got the first day where it's not sunny anymore. So this game is recorded on a Saturday, just for the book, and you will see it on a Sunday. Oh no, you won't. You will actually see it on Tuesday. Sunday was Wukong. Is Wukong. It's really crazy because I'm pre-recording. And this is the end of the game. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I was kind of referring to at the beginning of the video. What was that? Like, yes, we were kind of approaching them, but it was like the total result was 13 kills and 9 kills, 13 to 9. We had 2 or 3 towers pushed. They had pushed 1. So I don't know what was going on there in the chat. Like, that would be actually quite nice to know what they were kind of talking about. Maybe that would just explain what happened. But that was really, really strange. So yeah, as I said, not the best game, but I think the ending is slightly confusing and makes it worth to watch this video. 5-3, here we go, 10-4, second best player. That's the quick buy, you've seen the build. Here are the stats, 20% damage, 22 tanked, and that's it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe.